Back in Africa, Congolese traders are worried after the franc in the DRC started to weaken significantly against the American dollar since February this year. Traders over there say the majority of the goods sold and consumed in the country are imported, and that in turn forces them to increase prices as the DRC franc weakens. And that in turn is a fairly bitter pill to swallow for a population that is largely poor. The IMF says economic growth in the country, which is the top producer of copper and cobalt around the world, reached an average of 7.7% a year between 2010 and 2015. However, it slowed down quite a bit last year, hit in part by the decline in commodity prices. Remember, the DRC is Africa's biggest copper exporter, and that in turn has greatly reduced the country's revenues. Matata Ponyo, the country's prime minister, for a very long time refused to engage with the IMF. But he met the IMF head, Lagarde, in Washington, D.C. recently to discuss measures to help the country cope with a falling currency. That said, analysts are concerned that the government simply doesn't have the means to contain a further decline of the franc. It, after all, did inject $50 million into the banking sector earlier this month.
We are finding it hard right now because when you offer the dollar at the rate of 9,990 francs, you'll find no buyers on the market. Meanwhile, inflation continues and it disturbs us greatly.
For nearly 3 weeks, we've seen a sharp rise in commodity prices due to the dollar. The price of fish from the wholesalers used to be between 15,000 and 17,000 francs. It now costs $25.
Before, the price of meat was 120,000 francs. Today, it is 135,000 francs. But what is killing us right now is the circulation of money. Money is not flowing.